Hi, today is November 17th, 2024, and here are my poems for the day. The first one is poem number 1787 for the year 11/17/70. 54 years ago, Elton John kicked some ass at a little recording studio in front of a live audience of about 125 people. The resulting album is called 11/17/70. I asked Alexa to play it yesterday, as it is one of my very favorites, and I didn't think I would have time to listen to it today. Before playing the album, Alexa announced it as the 17th of November by Elton John, which of course reminded me of the song The 7th of November by Casey Scott. I listened to the album and then listened to the song and soaked myself in reminiscence. Poem number 1788, The Seed. The seed both wanted and didn't want to burst open and flower. There was fear that the bursting would be painful, and there was anticipation that the flowering would be orgasmic. Of course, eventually the seed burst open and flowered, and of course, it was painful and orgasmic, and beautiful and tear-filled, and frightening and ecstatic, which is to say, it was life. Poem number 1789, Redemption. The mirror was meager, merely glass, barely more than a shadow. It could barely reflect. It existed in darkness and ignorance, an insult to mirrors everywhere, full of shame and feelings of inadequacy. A candle was lit, and the mirror reflected it and doubled the amount of light. All, including the mirror, could see the mirror for what it was, and a reassessment was made, and the mirror was accepted for what it was, and the mirror accepted itself for what it was. Upon deeper reflection, the mirror was redeemed. Poem number 1790, Torn Between. They were torn between the excitement of secrecy and the freedom of being out in the open, between the sweetness of innocence and the ecstasy of the illicit, between the intensity of lust and the warmth of trust, between the fairness of equality and the hotness of power dynamics, between the liberation of bondage and the bondage of liberation. They were often torn up over what they were torn between, but that didn't stop them from tearing shit up. Poem number 1791, it's a haiku, No Transplants. There is no such thing as a transplant, because plants are without gender. Poem number 1792, it's also a haiku. I like this one a lot. It's a good concept. I don't think I did it right, so I'm calling it part 1. I'm going to do more of these. Poem number 1792, Haiku Are Easy, part 1. Pelicans, hopscotch, bronchial asthma attack, fallopian tubes. Yeah, I want to do more of those. It's a good concept. And last poem of the day, poem number 1793, Love Story. She folded space like it was origami. He bent time like he was a swami. He made her suit into pajamas. They spent the weekend in the Bahamas. She turned his tears into laughter. They lived happily ever after. All right, that's it. Thank you. I appreciate you.